Ebusiafo aha eye Ghanatube so ensem a ekoso ewo omaiga na mudie endorse ye pa nkofo edikadika maboabo ebi ano ebese ye wakotie ensem na ya ba na matoa so ede ama.
The NPP now, just before we came on air, some members of parliament on the minority side, they say 63 of them declared their support for Dr. Bawumia to be the party's presidential candidate again for the 2028 general election. At a news conference, the member of parliament for Mampon, Kweku Aprechim Sapon, addressed the journalists in parliament and officially made the declaration that 63 of them are throwing their weight behind Dr. Bawumia.
With me here are some members of the team of MPs that are supporting Dr. Bawumia. It's not everybody who is here. Others are engaged in committee meetings. Others have traveled. But the leadership of Bawumia's team in all the regions are here with me. In every generation, the new patriotic party has risen on the shoulders of visionaries such as Dankwa, Buzia, and Dombo, men who believed in freedom, democracy, rule of law, and development through enterprise. Today, that proud tradition finds new strength and purpose in Dr. Bawumia. He represents the enduring spirit of our party. He's visionary, resilient, diligent, and pragmatic. He represents, from his days as a brilliant economist at the Bank of Ghana to his service as vice president under Nana Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia has proven that leadership is not about words but work, not about entitlement but excellence and delivery. He has brought clarity to governance, inspired innovation, built systems that work through Ghana's digital transformation, financial inclusion, and modernization of public service delivery. Dr. Bawumia is a leader who respects our history, yet reimagines our future. He has walked with the new patriotic party through every season of victory and challenge, serving faithfully, defending our record, and carrying our message with conviction and grace. He has been tested, trusted, and proven. Today, over 60 members of parliament, in fact it's 63 precisely, out of the 87 minority members in parliament, stand together in unity and conviction to make this clarion call. We declare our total and unwavering support for Dr. Bawumia as the next flag bearer of our great party. We make this declaration not out of sentiment, but from deep conviction. We have seen his work, his discipline, his resilience, and his readiness to serve. We believe that Dr. Bawumia embodies the next chapter of the NPP's vision, a future built on competence, innovation, unity, and hope. We affirm that Dr. Bawumia is not just the candidate who can unite our party. He is the leader who can win the confidence of Ghanaian people and secure victory for the NPP in 2028 and beyond.
That's Kweku Aprechim Sapon. He's the member of parliament for the Mampon constituency and the former deputy minister for foreign affairs, declaring in parliament today that some 63 members of parliament have officially declared their support to Dr. Bawumia. Let's go on Zoom and speak to a member of parliament representing the people of the Impriso constituency. I didn't hear his name, but I want to ask him if indeed he's part of the 63 members of parliament who are declaring their support for Dr. Bawumia in the party's January 31st, 2026 presidential primaries. Davis Opoku-Ansah is a member of parliament for the Impriso constituency. Davis, thank you very much for your time. Are you one of the 63 members of parliament, or you are one of the 2 invisible MPs who have declared their support, but yet they do not want to come to the media media space.
Sammy, I think first of all, on behalf of the Brian Champon campaign team, I wish to express our deepest condolences to the family of the late Nana Akunedu Rawlings. In fact, Ghana has lost an extraordinary woman whose life was defined by courage, service, and an unyielding commitment to the advancement of women and the less privileged. I mean, we remember Nana Akunedu for the 31st December Women's Movement, how she transformed lives and gave countless voices and platforms to stand tall in our national development. So, to the Rawlings family, my very own Dr. Zenato Agima Rawlings and her siblings, we share in your grief and we stand with you during this difficult moment. That said, Sammy, I would have wagered that today we did not do any partisan politics, focus mainly on the death of our dear mother. But I know that some of my colleagues have organized press conference, and we live in a community or in a country where people have the right to express themselves. I mean, people have the right to choice, and if members of parliament so decide that they want to support a particular candidate, I think they are within their right to do so. The only disturbing or the worrying bit is that usually we see the same 15, 20 faces. Some will go and chant in offices. I think this is about the fourth time those 15 to 20 faces have organized press conferences in this country declaring support. I mean, at the end of the day, we have a country to govern. We are members of parliament. Everybody knows where anybody stands. And for me, this continuous attempt at organizing press conferences in this continuous manner clearly shows that there's some fear somewhere. And people feel that this constant reminder that some 63 MPs, when press conferences are called and you see only 18 of them, or sometimes 14, banging and chanting and I mean, doing these things. It's normal. I mean, in this game of politics, I mean, anything should be expected. So we are not worried. The campaign is not worried. The campaign is focused. We've been to the Eastern region, massive endorsement. We were in Greater Accra, camps got shaken. We are in Ashanti region today, and the delegates, the party people, the over 220-something thousand people who will be electing the next flag bearer of the party are speaking. I mean, they have a choice. It is not what somebody says in Accra and organizes a press conference and mobilizes some 15 to 20 MPs. That is not what matters to us. For us, it's about a larger group. Those who are going to elect the flag bearer of the party, they know that they need a flag bearer who can secure them victory. They know that they need a flag bearer who can ensure that it leads to the things that it says. They know that they need a flag bearer who would have ideas and would have to put into action his ideas. And that is what they see. I mean, somebody who has created jobs, real jobs, not creating jobs that at the end of the day, you're unable to get even the funds to pay. That is not what we are talking about. They are talking about real jobs. Somebody who is affecting the economy of this country in terms of ICT, in terms of hospitality, in terms of the real estate industry. That is what the delegates want. And they see it, they sense it, they smell it, I mean, they are seeing it real. And that is why a lot of them are clamoring for Brian Champon, and you see MPs on a monthly basis declaring support, declaring same faces all the time on our screen declaring support. That is not what we need. They should get to the grounds and campaign. That is what matters, and not this continuous press conference. I mean, we ought to even be sensitive to the issues that happen. Immediately, former First Lady dies, you call a press conference, and to what end? If this is not panic reaction, then I do not know what this is all about.
Okay.
Yes, so Davis, you have said these people should get to the constituencies to campaign, but you know that you as MPs hold a lot of influence within the constituencies. So if you have a number of people, your colleagues, throwing their support behind one particular candidate, shouldn't this be a cause of worry? Because if I'm very influential, the number of people I speak to, the number of people I'm able to convince draws away from the other candidates. Shouldn't it be a cause of worry for you?
Well, you see, as for influence, everybody has influence. The member of parliament certainly would have some influence in his constituency. Same way the constituency chairman will also have some influence. And of course, even members of the Council of Elders and Council of Patrons, some of them wield a lot of influence, even more and better than the MPs and all of that. But that said, we should not also create an impression that the polling station officers, who are in the majority, about 95% going to take a decision on January 31st, are some zombies, and that it is what the MP says, that is what they will follow. For instance, in my constituency, in the last elections, I mean, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won in my constituency. and it is not because of lack of my influence. Of course, I mean, when it got to that stage, my candidate had dropped out, but he won in my constituency. And people wanted to use that, capitalize that use that against me in my primaries. It didn't work. I got close to about 80% of the votes. But that's what I'm saying, that for every election, let us not think that the polling station officers who have the power do not have a mind of their own. And every month we will be organizing press conferences to remind them that MPs have decided, MPs have decided. It doesn't work that way. If you have declared and go and work. These monthly press conferences reminding Ghanaians that you have declared, to what end?
Okay.
That's not what the people want.
Okay.
I mean, what they want is a leader who can secure them victory.
Okay.
That is what they want. It's about power.
Okay, Davis, thank you very much.
Where some no area wa go tie aba be so say comment no odi be wuki me e wo comment section na mejibre akenkan e di amon fefefe me ka say ha e Ghanatube bi say fon sama e koso e wo yaman nsa e be ka enti ebusuafo subscribe na hit your notification bell me so that by nsem no di tuma wonya na interpass e mo mo do so si ade na